Sometimes it is tough to try and create. I'm sure you also find it hard to get inspired and get stuck in a creative rut. I've struggled at times to come up with ideas on what I want to create, and I hate that feeling of being lost or confused because I can't come up with that next big project. But recently, I feel like I've started to overcome this problem. More ideas are beginning to form because of all the inspiration I'm discovering, which helps me never run out of ideas. You too can overcome this obstacle, and I want to show you all the various methods and places where I find inspiration so you can have endless ideas and keep improving your filmmaking. Let's begin with my favorite method for finding unlimited inspiration for my work: watching movies. Your number one source for inspiration should come from the highest form of filmmaking. Not only can you watch films, or should you watch them, but you can also watch TV shows and animation. This is where I find my best and favorite ideas for my work, since that is the level I'm trying to reach. No matter what kind of work you want to create within video, whether it's filmmaking and cinematography like me, general content creation, or videography, you should take inspiration from movies and shows. I watch any and every type of filmmaking. Don't limit the genre you watch either, from action to drama to horror, and I highly recommend giving anime a chance, as there I have seen some of the most beautiful shots in cinema with incredible storytelling. Just because it usually takes big crews to achieve the visual worlds we see on the big screen, doesn't mean we can't achieve that level even if we have to work alone. Use the resources you do have available to you. You can see the movies I've been inspired by throughout my work, and I never let it get to me that I can't achieve that look by myself. It might take a bit more effort, but if you put in the work, you can achieve quality shots all by yourself. If you want to watch more movies and don't know where to start, you should check out my Letterboxd account, where I've kept track of every film I've watched since 2024. And I'll continue to add to my list with every movie I watch. You can also follow me on Instagram, where I sometimes share film opinions on new movies I watch through my stories and cinema highlight. One of my goals for the year is to watch 10 movies a month, or at least 120 films a year, and you should also take part in this challenge. Watching new movies can open your eyes to so many new ideas and inspirations you can use and save for later. I like having a log of all the films I've watched so I can look back, see which ones were my favorites, and remind myself of the ideas I gathered along the way. This next method for finding ideas goes hand in hand with watching movies and shows. I love to use ShotTech and FrameSet to gather shots and build decks and sets of movie stills that have caught my eye and can be used as inspiration. This video has no sponsor, so everything I'm saying is my full honest opinion. Whenever I'm working on a new project, if I have ideas from the movies I've seen, I'll start there and then come to these resources to collect more shot ideas to get a better sense of what I want to film. I use ShotTech more as they have a bigger library of films to look through, but FrameSet also has a lot more variety of filmmaking content you can discover. It's also easier to search exactly what you're looking for here with their text search, but both websites have so many filters you can go through to find a lot of general inspiration for what you want to create. I've watched so many movies and shows, and ShotTech has made it easier to collect my favorite frames from them, as long as they have that title in their collection. If they don't and I'm watching it at home, I'll just quickly pause and take a photo on my phone to keep it in an inspiration folder in my Photos app. Now, these websites aren't free, but I use them for every project and idea I want to bring to life. I believe FrameSet is free to try, so you can test it out and do some searches. But even though they both have a cost, if you're doing this professionally in any capacity and want to build up your career, these resources are invaluable. You won't regret it, and I sure haven't. With TV and movie stills as inspiration, the next source for ideas I also use is photography. Just because it's only a single frame doesn't mean you can't get some great ideas from any photos you see on social media or anywhere you view photography. I'm certainly more into street photography and portraits, even though I do wedding and couple photography on the side, but I enjoy seeing shots from different photographers that feel like their work can come straight from a movie. They give me new and fresh ideas for how I can capture the world around me. This is also a good source for finding locations to shoot around where you are or travel to, as you can find more within photography than video for any place you want to visit. In the future, I would like to create a video on practicing cinematography through photography, as I think this exercise could be useful for those trying to improve their work. Getting into the next place I like to find inspiration from time to time, it would be right here on YouTube. YouTube's homepage has been pretty good with recommending quality videos, documentaries, and short films. And I've also started to see more people post full feature-length films here. It's just a great way to get more outreach for your projects, and you can see theirs. There are also many great DPs and filmmakers here on YouTube you should check out, and here's some I've enjoyed learning from and felt inspired while watching. But here on YouTube, it's a great place to watch the kind of videos you want to create. I want to make movies, so I watch more movies and shows than anything. If you want to make travel videos, go watch more travel videos. If you want to create commercials or documentaries, find some you enjoy and see how you can create that kind of filmmaking with your voice and vision. No matter where I get my inspiration from, I try to put my own spin and thought into it so it feels original. And even if you don't want to make movies, I still think that is the best source of inspiration you can find. If you want to escape your screens for another source of inspiration, you should look towards your everyday life. Many ideas I create come from the experiences I have in my daily life. If you think you live a boring life, try to see how you can film the mundane things you do to be more interesting than they are. Already on my channel, I made a whole video sharing how I turn my ordinary life to make it look more extraordinary than it is, in case you want tips specifically for that. But you should also go out and search for new experiences. Try to break out of your routine from time to time and learn ways you can capture that. In the films and shows we watch, there are mundane things, and then as the story evolves, the character's routine changes and something new emerges. Find ways we can relate to your experiences or the main characters in your story. Music is another great source of inspiration that you enjoy in your everyday life. Any songs or artists you listen to can help you produce good ideas. I love to listen to movie soundtracks, especially since those are made for the cinema. I've created short films using music from Her and Blue Valentine, also up on my channel. When looking for inspiration, music is a great place to start if you're having trouble finding visual concepts. These are all the different places I love that make gathering inspiration and new ideas fun and easy. There's so much to find in all of these methods that I don't think you'll have any trouble coming up with your next project. If you have suggestions for where you find your inspiration, definitely mention them in the comments below. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe if you're new to the channel, and I'll see you in the next one.